All right, folks, it's about 3 o'clock on this Tuesday afternoon. Things can kind of go slow sometimes, but you got to take your time. The New Holland H7230 disc spine has just been completed. It got the absolute full Monty here today. You name it, it got it. Every nook and cranny was open and checked. It got brand new knives. So let me explain this. Yeah, brand new knives. Truth of the matter is the knives that were on this weren't too bad. They were changed in the latter part of last year. I am a firm believer, and maybe this is just me and whatever, I want to start the year off with new knives. Why? Because it makes me sleep at night. Now, I'm also a firm believer in using things up until they're over. Therefore, what I'm trying to say is the knives that I took off of here, some of them got thrown away. A lot of them got kept, and what I'll do is I touch them up a little bit, and you know, they get thrown in the trusty toolbox here. There's lefts and there's rights. There's probably about 8 or 9 a piece. There's just something about starting off the year with new knives. In the grand scheme of things, they're relatively very, very cheap. I know you can get pretty high tech out there, but anyway, up next, well, actually, I'm not going to do the Moco next. The Moco is going to be reserved to be put in the garage tonight for tomorrow's rain day and fully go through that. I've got time today to probably tackle both of these rakes, which doesn't take much, but it has to be done. Right here, you got the New Holland Pro Cart 1022 double windrow rake. Very happy with this implement. It does a fantastic job. It really does. If I had to do over again, and talk is cheap, I might have went with a heavier duty, or is it called a high capacity, basically for a heavy product. One of them being alfalfa, for alfalfa baleage. It's not the end of the world. It's all right. Okay, and then yeah, the grass took over. As you can see, I'm mowing as I do this. And then you have got the Pro Rotor 3114 New Holland rotary rake. And this thing does a darn good job. Oh, I love a rotary rake. It cuts your dry down time, in some cases by possibly up to 2 hours if you're lucky enough. The windrows are just beautiful, and it's nothing but just a nice giant fluff. I've stated before, instead of like a rolled up sleeping bag, which there's nothing wrong with that either. We've done that since day one here until I went after a rotary rake, especially for small square hay baling. Very important as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, I think these two pieces are next. In fact, I think I'm going to hook up to one of them now, and I'm going to do another one tonight, and then I'm going to hook up to the Moco and park it in the garage under shelter for tomorrow's rain day. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play Captain Obvious here today. Some of you are going to shrug your shoulders, some of you are going to laugh, and that's fine. I don't care about that. My hope and goal is that there's one person, it prompts one person, whether you've started haying season or not already, which most of you have. I hope it prompts one person to double check and open up their gearboxes in anything. In this case, their disc spine. I will freely tell you that there was about a 1% in me that said, Ben, forget about opening up the gearboxes. You did a full complete drain and change out last year. You checked it midway through the year. Everything's fine. Well, no, it was just a 1%. Everything gets opened in the beginning of a year. I'm going to tell you something. Now, this isn't the end of the world, but to top off all, I'm just going to call it the cutter bar, the turtle heads. They're individual. There's 8 of them on here. 8 individual gearboxes, so to speak. And then, of course, there's 1, 2, is there 3 in the main drive unit. I'm going to tell you right now, folks, I went through a complete bottle of gear oil. Now, that's not that bad. I mean, we're talking about a lot of oil here, but things needed to be topped off. They really did. So if anybody's out there, if maybe you opted not to open up your gearboxes because maybe you did it last year, it ran perfect last year. I don't have time. I don't have time. I hope this prompts one person to kind of stop what they're doing, whether you started haying season or not, and open them up and check. Do yourself a big favor. That's it. I'm going to play Captain Obvious today, and hopefully this reaches one person. An absolute, complete, full-on grease job. Everything else. In fact, I'd made my settings already even for the first field of hay that we're going to go after. And let's see, tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday or Friday, these square balers going to get tackled. Every nook and cranny, everything, everything. Yeah. Cross your fingers and hope for the best. The other things needs to be done is service all the wagons. I got 6 kicker racks, as we call them, and of course that big, the big green flat wagon. Everything needs to be serviced, tires aired up, correct PSI, greased, everything else. I even like to put a little either old oil or I've got, you know, lots of bottles of chain and cable lube or something else on the ton extensions. It just, you know, it's one of those things that will bite you a little bit during the year. And yeah, that's about it, folks. Wanted to make this short little video, and I hope that prompts somebody to open up their gearboxes and check and do it for yourself. It'll save you in the long run. I gotta get going. Talk to you sooner than later.